Your dog is lying quietly on the rug, their tail still, their breathing slow and steady. Maybe they let out a soft, contented sigh. Then in a single heartbeat, without any warning, they bolt upright and launch into a full-speed sprint across the room. They sprint in tight circles, banking around the coffee table like a tiny race car. They leap, spin, and let out happy, unhinged play huffs. To us, it looks like sudden, hilarious chaos happening in seconds when we least expect it. We laugh at the sheer joy of it, but then a quiet worry creeps in. Is my dog panicking? Are they out of control? Should I step in and stop them before they hurt themselves? In almost every case, the answer is no. This isn't a behavior problem or a breakdown of training. It is actually a beautiful, necessary release of tension and one of the most misunderstood moments in your dog's day. To understand what is really happening, we need to look at how a dog experiences stress, relief, and joy. And to help guide us, here is Sherlock, our small poodle companion who knows this feeling all too well. Behaviorists have a clinical name for this, FRAPs or frenetic random activity periods, but behind that technical label is a very human reality. It is a sudden explosive dump of built-up emotional pressure followed by a total recovery. These tornadoes of energy rarely last long. Within a minute or two, your dog flops onto the floor, tongue out, completely relaxed. That sudden crash tells us everything. The pressure has been released and balance has returned. Think of a Zoomie as a pressure release valve. In a dog's world, small frustrations, worries, or simple excitements build up throughout the day. When the cup overflows, their body chooses this sprint to reset their internal balance. This is very different from chronic hyperactivity. A true Zoomie is a short, focused burst followed by deep, peaceful rest. It is a sign of a healthy, self-regulating dog who knows how to shake off the day's stress. Puppies zoom constantly because their young minds are still learning how to process big emotions. But even senior dogs will have Zoomies, showing us a brief, touching flash of the puppy they used to be. The post-bath Zoomie is a classic example. Being handled, getting wet, and smelling like soap is stressful for a dog. The moment they are free, their body shakes off the worry in a wild, celebratory hallway dash of pure relief. We see this after confinement too. After hours of waiting quietly, the door opens and all that held in patience translates into physical motion. It is not disobedience, it is the physical expression of saying, I am finally free. Many dogs zoom right before bedtime. After a busy day of processing sights and smells, their brain fires one last organizing sprint to clear out the remaining nervous energy, allowing them to curl up and sleep deeply. And yes, the post-potty Zoomie is entirely real. A physical release of pressure combined with a rush of feel-good hormones sends them into a joyful victory lap. It might look silly to us, but it is pure comfort in action. Zoomies are also triggered by overwhelming joy. When you walk through the door after a long day, Sherlock's love for you is too big to contain. His body overflows with devotion, leaking out as a wild, happy dance. Even a grooming session can trigger this. The strange tools and sounds require so much patience. The moment the brush stops and they smell clean, that built-up restraint turns into a proud, springy burst of fresh coat confidence. Different triggers, but the same underlying truth. Whether it is stress, restraint, or pure joy, the Zoomie is the bridge that carries your dog back to calm. Once you see this, the behavior stops looking like madness. During these sprints, your dog's brain is washed in natural, feel-good chemistry. It is a rush of pure comfort that explains why a Zoomie feels so good, transforming any lingering worry or stress into absolute floating happiness. Their entire body joins in the release. Every muscle stretches and fires, physically discharging the adrenaline that accumulated during the day. It is the canine version of taking a deep, shuddering breath and letting it all go. It is a profound nervous system reset. By running at full speed, your dog completes the stress cycle, signaling to their body that the danger or excitement has passed. That is why they flop down afterward with such deep, peaceful sighs. Dogs live in the immediate present without the filters we use to hide our feelings. When their emotional cup fills up, they don't hold it in, they live it, running it out until their mind and body are light again. This beautiful loop of release and rest is how your dog takes care of themselves. The sprint clears the mind, the muscles relax, and the deep sleep that follows consolidates that quiet sense of safety and balance. When the storm begins, your role is to keep them safe. Clear the runway, move sharp-cornered furniture, and open the back door if you can. Give them the space they need to let the storm pass safely. Try not to chase them, as tempting as it is. To a dog, a chasing human looks like a partner joining the panic, which keeps their stress levels high. Instead, stand still, smile, and be their calm, steady anchor. And never scold or punish them for zooming. They are doing the hard work of self-regulating their own emotions. Stopping them with anger only breeds confusion and locks that anxiety deep inside their muscles. If you must step in, perhaps near steep stairs or a fragile guest, do so gently. Open a door to the yard or guide them with a soft voice, rather than trying to physically grab a dog in mid-sprint. But if these frantic sprints are happening multiple times a day, it is worth pausing to listen. Regular, tense zoomies are often a quiet cry for help, a sign of an enrichment gap where your dog is lacking the mental outlet they need. The solution isn't a longer run, it is mental rest. Scent games and slow, quiet sniff walks engage their brain, draining their energy in a peaceful, natural way. A tired nose leads to a calm heart, reducing those anxious tornadoes. If you want to build a deeper, gentler understanding of your dog's quiet moments, consider subscribing. We share calm, science-backed explainers to help you read your dog's mind one step at a time. Let's look at a simple, three-step blueprint to help you support your dog during their next sprint. These are gentle habits worth keeping in mind. First, clear a safe runway so they can run without injury. Second, stand still and be their calm anchor, never chase or scold. Third, if sprints are daily, add 10 minutes of quiet scent games to soothe their active mind before tension builds. A zoomie is a beautiful, natural pressure valve, not a sign of mischief. Enjoy the joy of it, keep them safe, and see it as a reminder of how deeply they feel their world and how much they trust you to keep them safe. To understand more about how your dog's incredible senses guide their feelings and memories, watch our next video on how scent trails build their quiet maps of trust. General education only, sources are in the description. The next time the switch flips and Sherlock sprints across the room, take a breath, smile, and know that their heart is simply finding its way back to calm.